Wednesday, April 25th. It has been exactly 2 weeks since my stroke, and my first rehab appointment was yesterday, and they did not do a whole lot. They basically told me you're a lot better than we thought you were going to be, and just kind of showed me some things, some exercises I can do, a lot of which I've already been doing. And I got a new resistant band, a blue one, which I guess is a different strength than my last one. Okay. So this is the resistant band they gave me. They showed me what to do with it. I guess it's a different strength than my red one. I don't even know where my red one is, but told me what I should do with it, and made some other little exercises to help me strengthen my foundation, which is the body and the shoulder, basically. Oh, this shoulder, not this one. This is my left side. My right side's the bad one. Strengthen my shoulder, and strengthening that foundation will help strengthen the hand and the arm. I just got out of the shower, that's why my hair is wet. Put my skincare stuff on, and actually getting ready to put on makeup again. Oh my God. I actually attempted makeup. I didn't record it, but, well, I did record it, I just didn't post it because, I don't know, I just didn't. But I'm gonna record me doing makeup again. I'm actually going to attempt eye color now. I keep thinking back when I went to the hospital the first time before I had my actual stroke. I had a TIA. TIA is sometimes a warning sign that you're gonna have a stroke. 2 days later I had my stroke, but Monday the 9th, when I went into the ER in the kind of late afternoon, I automatically was thinking this is either a stroke or something's going wrong with my brain. This is definitely something with my brain. I thought it's a possibility it could be a tumor in my brain. You know, I've known someone many years ago that had a brain tumor. She passed away. She was an older lady. Not that old, she was like middle-aged. You know, I hear stories of people finding out all of a sudden that they have cancer and they don't have very long to live. Like, you know, you hear stories like that all the time. And so I'm in the ER. First thing they do on me is a CAT scan. I go back to my ER room after I have my CAT scan, and a little while later they come back and they tell me the CAT scan was inconclusive. They couldn't find anything. They need to do an MRI. And, you know, my symptoms were coming and going. Like, my arm was so weak, I could barely move it. And then it would come back and I would feel normal again. My face was not drooping anymore. And then it just come back. Oh yeah, it would come and go. Like, I feel better and then I feel bad. And when I was in the MRI room, when I was waiting to get it done, it had gotten so bad that I couldn't even lift my arm. Like, my arm was dead. The connection's completely gone. I couldn't move it at all. And that was so scary. Like, you know, I'm not freaking out because I'm just like a zombie practically, crying a whole bunch. MRIs are scary. They're really, really loud. I don't know if they're all the same, but the one I had was really loud, and they put your head in this weird plastic thing to keep it in place, and they put you in that thing that does the imaging. I hated it. It was scary because I'm claustrophobic, and internally I was panicking the whole 20 minutes they were doing it, but I got through it. And when I was still in the MRI room waiting to go back to my ER room, I heard my nurse on the phone. He was trying to get someone to come pick me up to take me back to the ER. And he had a heavy accent, you know. I'm in Miami Beach. There's a lot of Cubans here. A lot of people speak Spanish. And, you know, a lot of them have heavy accents. I was trying to make out what he was saying, and he kept saying, it sounded like he kept saying my MRI was positive. Like, he was saying positive MRI. And that was freaking me out really bad. So with just my left hand, I pull out my phone that's laying on my bed, and I open my phone and go to the internet, and I search on Google positive MRI, and I saw a lot of things that were related to cancer. I was terrified. I started crying. It was really a really awful experience, a really awful feeling. And I sat there and waited for like another 15, 20 minutes, just the whole time thinking, oh my God, I might have cancer. I might have a brain tumor. And finally, the guy comes and he starts prepping me to go back to my ER room, and I'm trying to tell him, I heard you say positive MRI. What does that mean? And he ignored me, and he wasn't answering me, which, you know, makes sense. I don't think they're supposed to do that. But they weren't actually transferring me back to the ER. They were transferring me into ICU. My boyfriend came and met me in the hallway, and two of the nurses were, you know, pushing my bed, taking me like all around on the first floor, like going through hallways and stuff. And all I knew was that I was being taken to ICU. And this whole time I'm thinking, oh my God, I have a tumor in my head. I have a tumor in my brain. And as they're taking me through the halls, those signs on the walls and stuff that show you directions to certain areas of the hospital, I kept seeing oncology and cancer center, and we were going in that direction. So it kept setting in, kept sinking further and further in my head that, oh my God, I have a brain tumor. I thought my life was over. There was just, I had it in my mind. It was just set there. It was in my head. I have a brain tumor and I'm going to die. It's like my mind was prepared for it already. And you know what? And that might sound dumb because nobody's told me anything yet, and I'm just going off of one quick little search on Google, and maybe I don't know that much about this stuff at the time anyway. But I honestly was already prepared in my mental state. I'm dying. I have a brain tumor and I'm dying. We were literally going through hallways for a good 10 minutes, maybe. Okay, maybe not 10 minutes. It's more like maybe 6 minutes. And we just kept going down hallways that kept pointing to cancer center and oncology. Oncology means the study of cancer, something. And I got to a freaking elevator. I went up to the 7th floor. I was in the narrow ICU. At that point, I felt relieved. I still wasn't 100%, convinced yet or sure that I didn't have a brain tumor. But then the neurologist came in and spoke with me like maybe half hour later and explained to me I had TIA. And I asked, okay, I don't have a brain tumor? And he's like, no, you don't have a brain tumor. It was like, it was a huge relief, obviously. I can't even explain. Like, and I'm trying to explain how it felt when I actually thought that I had a brain tumor, but it's just, there's no words to describe how fearful and how, oh my God, my life is ending, I felt. Like, there's no way to explain that. I'm young. I haven't married the love of my life yet. I don't have kids. I have a lot of goals in my life. It's like, in those moments, I'm like, I felt it's over. It's just over. So then the very next day, I felt 100% better. The symptoms were not coming back. I got released from the ER with instructions to go see a cardiologist because they found one teeny itty bitty little hole in my heart when they did an ultrasound in my heart, trying to figure out why I had a stroke or a TIA. I hadn't had a stroke yet, I had a TIA. And so the next day, I had my nails done, had my fingernails done, my toenails done. I was like, I had this renewed urgency to live my life. I was like, I'm not dying. I'm alive. I'm gonna do all the things I wanted to do. So I talked with my boyfriend about starting my YouTube channel. I want to do makeup and skincare and just health and beauty in general. I want to be doing my makeup on YouTube. I want to test out different things for my skin, for my health, and just talk about it on YouTube. What works for me, what doesn't. I'm sure there's a lot of girls doing this on YouTube. I already know that, but I want to be one of them. I want people to see me, and I want people to, like what I'm doing. I'm not just a makeup artist, self-proclaimed makeup artist, mind you. I like art in general. I make jewelry, I paint, I love drawing. I'm very creative. I love crafty stuff. And most of all, makeup. I love makeup because there's just so much that you can do with makeup. And it's just what I've been passionate about for so many years. I've always wanted to do this YouTube channel where I'm, doing makeup. And I kind of finally got in a place in my life where I can do this. But then I went into the ER again that same night. And that was the 11th, like 9, 10, what day was it? I don't remember what day it was. It was, went to ER on Monday the 9th, was released on the 10th. So yes, it was the 11th, Wednesday the 11th. at like 11:30 at night. I woke up, my symptoms all came back. I was rushed back to ER, had another CAT scan, had another MRI, and this time I had a stroke. I'm just thankful I'm alive. I'm thankful that it wasn't worse. I kept being told I'm really lucky that it wasn't worse. It could have been so much worse. Like it could take me years to get back to normal, but I was so determined, so freaking determined to get better so I can start doing makeup again, so I can start playing video games again. I'm a gamer. I play video games. I play World of Warcraft. If you don't know what World of Warcraft is, welcome to planet Earth. You must not have been here long. I also play Ark, Survival Evolved, and I play, my Nintendo Switch and my Nintendo 3DS. I don't play very many console games anymore, mostly just online. It's all stuff I'm doing with my hands, and I'm right-handed, and I was just so determined to get back to normal that in a matter of less than 2 weeks, 1 week and 6 days, I'm able to take a shower by myself. I can take my insulin now. I can move my hand a lot. I'm already starting to cook again. I can write. Like I started writing which makeups I'm going to buy next from Sephora. My handwriting is really not that bad. Yeah, all the foundations and the primers I'm going to buy from Sephora probably next week. I've been spending a lot of money on makeup lately. I got a makeover done at Sephora with my mom on Monday, a couple days ago. It was her last day here. Excuse me. It was her last day here with me. She went home yesterday. She was here for a week and a half with me. It was wonderful. I just loved having her here. She was helping me. She was cooking every night for me and Joe. So great. I didn't want her to go. I wanted her to stay with me forever. I have such an amazing mom. When I was in the hospital, when I was put back in the hospital after having the stroke, I called my mom and I told her, and she was freaking out, of course. She was at work. I told her, waiting for the doctors and this and that, waiting for this to happen, whatever, and got off the phone with her, started talking to Joe, and he literally said exactly what was on my mind. He said, let's try to get your mom out here. Let's get her flown out here tomorrow. And after talking about it, I called my mom and I told her, and she was crying. She said, my work is going to pay for me to come out there. They were only going to have her come out Friday and then leave the next Tuesday after that. And I was like, Mom, have them buy you a one-way ticket. And my boyfriend and I will buy you a ticket back. Because I don't know if I'm going to be better by Tuesday. Like, what if I need you longer? And, her work bought her the one-way ticket. And she ended up staying till this past Tuesday, which is a week longer than what her work was going to send her out here for. But they were okay with her coming that long. My mom never takes vacations. She has like 300 vacation hours saved up because she never takes vacation. She always just cashes vacation out every year. Her maximum that she's allowed to do because she never takes vacation. Anyway, so she went home yesterday. We bought lots of makeup from Sephora, though, on Monday when we went. That was fun. Got some other cool new stuff. And I'm gonna try it out. I'm gonna try it out right now on my face. And I'll post that video in a little while. Maybe in a day or two. But anyway, so that's my update for now. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm gonna be going back once a week for my therapy because I almost don't need it. And then next Thursday, which is a week and 1 day from now, they're gonna have me going for speech therapy and occupational therapy. I was like, what's the difference between like physical therapy and occupational rehab? They said, well, in occupational rehab, they work on your arm specifically and your hand and how to work them and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, they kind of did that with me at my physical therapy appointment. I'm like, oh, no, this is different. I'm like, I really don't see how it's different, but whatever. I'll wait a week and a day to go to that appointment. I don't know if I need it, but I think I'm doing pretty good on my own, teaching I'm not really teaching, rewiring my brain to work my hand and my arm. This is my ultimate goal, to get these fingers together, which I'm almost able to do, and keep my thumb out like this. I'm almost there. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. And I'll have another update in a day or two.